Good morning, everybody. So much to learn from these Torah portions that are so relevant to what is going on in our lives right now. There's a verse that talks about the approach that Am Yisrael, the Jewish people, are required to take when going into battle, when fighting a war against their enemies. And there's a simple verse there. It says, Ki teitze machane al ovecha, when you set up an encampment against your enemies, meaning when you go to war and you have set up your camp and you're invading or you're fighting to defend yourself. Either way, in a war, it says, V'nishmarta mikol davara. Be careful, protect yourself, guard yourself from doing anything bad. Now that verse is like just begging to be explained. First of all, what do you mean be very careful not to do anything bad? We always have to be very careful not to do anything bad. Meaning, the Torah never allows us to do something that's immoral or unethical or evil in any way. So why does the Torah tell us in this situation, when you're going out to war and you've set up your camp, be very careful not to do anything wrong, anything bad, anything evil? So Nachmanides, the Ramban, famous commentary, explains that the way of war is, and throughout history, nations that have gone to war have always taken this approach, which is that the stronger army, the army that's winning in the war, has free reign to do whatever they want. Raping, looting, pillaging, indiscriminate killing of innocent civilians. That is the way that wars have been fought throughout history. And the Torah is coming along and saying, no. When you go to battle and you're about to fight a war, you have to be extra careful, because that's a time when soldiers are very susceptible to such forms of immorality. They're much more likely to act in an immoral way when they're in the battle scene where there's so much death and destruction going on around them. And the Torah warns that the soldiers at that moment, be very careful, be very much on guard to maintain your moral and ethical standard. Don't drop at all who you are, who you live, the code that you live by, and who you're trying to be in this world when you're fighting in a war. Now, I happen to be on a WhatsApp chat with a big rabbi. People send him questions from all over Israel. And obviously, in the last several months, in the last year, many of the questions that have been sent to this rabbi have come from soldiers. And I read them because I'm on the chat and it's interesting. The questions that some of these soldiers are asking this rabbi are shocking, outstanding, phenomenal. For example, recently I saw a question that was asked to this rabbi. Rabbi, I'm inside of a house in Gaza. We've taken over a house, and our unit is inside this house, and my phone is on low. Can I use a charger that I found inside this house in order to charge my phone? It's not my charger, and it doesn't belong to me. Can I use it to charge my phone? It's incredible. You understand the depth of morality, the commitment to excellence in humanity that is behind a question like that. There was another question similar. We've taken over a house in Gaza. We're hungry. We haven't eaten much. There's food in the refrigerator from the people that were living here before we took over this house. Are we allowed to eat something? Can we eat something? Can we drink something here? And what the answers were are not that relevant, and I didn't even read the answers. But what amazed me was that our soldiers are asking these questions because the Torah has always drilled into the mindset of a Jewish warrior, of a Jewish soldier, that sometimes war is necessary, sometimes wars have to be fought, but we can't lower our standard. We have to maintain the highest level of ethical excellence in the way we fight these wars. And we see this going on with our very own soldiers in this battle that we've been fighting for almost a year. And it's inspiring, and it gives us hope, and it reminds us that we are unique people, a special people on this earth, with a mission to bring light to the nations, to inspire the world, to raise themselves up, to be better, to be more humane, to a greater level of excellence in human relations. And that is something that we should be proud of. Wanted to wish everyone a wonderful Shabbos. Shabbat Shalom from Yerushalaim.